Okay, so before we get into this, I'm giving a shout out to Scooby_the G Ren Ninja. Sorry I didn't get it right, but you know who you are. You've been the one who's been giving me names and ideas and whatnot for this series and giving a lot of support. So yeah, I'm giving you a shout out. Also, as you can see, we're for What If Naruto Was Banished from the Village Part 8. And we kind of left off last part with Naruto fighting Tobi. Well, stated he is. There's been a 5 time skip. And in this part, you're going to find out what's happening with other villages. But I won't spoil what's going on. Also, now, Naruto's going to have kids because Shizaka, Shizaka, whatever, I forgot her name. She's 8 months pregnant, so I'm going to leave you with the intro.
When do we burn away? Used to be oh so close, now I see you.
Sorry for the bad reservation and whatnot. Now let's get into it. Naruto stood with his machete facing through Tobi. As the machete phased through Tobi, a second machete came at him. As the second machete phased through Tobi, the first machete went up in a puff of smoke, and it appeared to be Naruto. Naruto jumped on the second machete. As the hilt finally left and phased through Tobi, Naruto slammed a Rasengan in Tobi. Rasengan! Shouted Naruto, but Naruto phased through Tobi. Tobi grabbed Naruto. As he did, he went up in a puff of smoke to be Konohanaru. Everyone's favorite Konohanaru. Yeah, he's like a big deal and a part of the What Ifs. Naruto came from the ground with 5 clones. Tobi can't phase through since Konohanaru is holding his arm and he's also holding Konohanaru but doesn't want to now, as you can see. One of the clones is got a Rasen sword, one has a Rasen fist, one has 2 Rasengans, and one has a bunch of explosive tags. They're going to use them. And one was retrieving the machete, probably the real one, but who knows. The clone with Rasen sword stabbed and pierced Tobi in the foot and stuck his katana in the ground, keeping Tobi stuck in the ground. The clone that had Rasen fist put his fist into Tobi's face. The fist, Rasen fist, and the clone smashed Tobi's in the jaw, and Tobi spat out blood. And the clone that had 2 Rasengans had a Wind Rasengan in the left hand and the Thunder Rasengan in his right hand. The clone jumped over Konohanaru and smashed a Rasengan into his mask and one in his groin area. The clone with explosive tag was putting them on Tobi's back. Tobi grabbed Konohanaru, and since they were holding each other, he swung Konohanaru around and dispelled all of the clones. As Konohanaru slipped and kind of lost grip, went flying into the tree. But as Konohanaru was let loose, Tobi dropped to the ground. Tobi looked down to see that his balls and, penis or dick, whatever you want to call it, was not there, and under him was a machete that had blood all over it and all his groin area tied, on it, on the machete. When Tobi looked up, he had Naruto. He saw Naruto with a katana at Tobi's throat. I know and figured out your face and attack. You know how I figured that out? When you had to chuck up Tatsuma, it's a phase. You can't if something is holding you or you're holding something. And I had fun taking off your groin area just to make sure if you got away, you couldn't be making any children. And, I had to make sure I got rid of something to keep you from phasing, right? Laughed Naruto. You are fucking dumb and weak. And I've gone all the way down to the bottom of my script. You are fucking dumb and a weak ass, said Tobi. Where the fuck is Tatsuma? Asked Naruto. He is down at the abandoned cottage near the river, said Tobi. Konohanaru, go check it out now, said Naruto. After 10 minutes, Konohanaru came back. around and holding his hand was a kid near him. The kid had yellow hair on the right side of his spiky hair, and on the left side of his spiky hair was silver. He had two bright red eyes that shined and glared at Naruto with death and anger, and his nose was curved. Also, he had a scar on his left cheek. "Master Tobi!" shouted the boy. The boy ran up to Tobi and cried out his eyes. Naruto stood next to Tatsuma and patted him on the back. He also put his blade to Tobi's throat. "Tell him the truth, you fucking retard," said Naruto. "Okay, Tatsuma. After I say this, go with this man. He's basically family to you. I am not your father or anything to you. So this man will take you to your parents," laughed Tobi. Tatsuma turned and looked at Naruto. Naruto slit Tobi's throat. "I already knew that he wasn't and all that stuff," he said, "except you've been like family. But my parents, they're weak. They sent a lapdog after me and lost me, so they are weak pieces of shit. And I know they are weak, since they lost me and can't even come out to get me," laughed Tatsuma. "Fucking idiot. Sorry, but no, they are strong and important people, so they can't fucking look for you. So they send someone who they trust, and also he has no one or anyone to look forward to. So I did it. I didn't do it for money. I did it because you're family. But now I've got my own wife to look after. You're lucky, Brad. You're family," said Naruto. Naruto punched Tatsuma in the face, and Tatsuma was knocked out. Luckily, he didn't do any permanent damage to the brat. Laughed and pissed out Konohamaru. "Yeah, don't forget to take Tobi back. Try and keep the brat knocked out, or make sure he doesn't escape," said Naruto. Konohamaru nodded and headed towards the hidden leaf. "I hope that brat is not a problem in the future. Well, for the next month I have nothing to do but maybe spar with clones and train Toika, thought Naruto. We jumped 3 days as Konohamaru was nearing the hidden leaf. "What if my parents had another kid and don't want me anymore?" asked Tatsuma. "Don't worry, Tatsuma. Your mother and father probably haven't had any kids. And if they did, well, they wouldn't have forgotten about you," said Konohamaru. Well, he hadn't finished, but he was almost falling asleep because he had to make sure this kid didn't run away. "Have forgotten about you, because if they did, me and Naruto would not be looking out for you," said Konohamaru. Yeah. "Yes, but you were not still off. But you were after Tobi anyways." "Wait, what? I mean, yes, but are you not still after Tobi?" asked Tatsuma. "Only because he had you. That's why we were after him," said Konohamaru. "Okay, well that's fair enough, but you still wanted his bounty, didn't you?" said Tatsuma. "Stop looking gloom. Your parents are waiting for you," said Konohamaru. They arrived in Konoha. "I will have vengeance for you, Master," Tobi whispered. You know who it is, Tatsuma. What did you say? Is there anything for me?" asked Konohamaru. "Sorry, but now since the Akatsuki attack and also new laws, and well, Tsunade needs to know some stuff." "Who are you, outsider?" spoke Azuma. "Azuma and Kotetsu. Remember me? My grandfather was Lord Throat and my uncle was from the 12 Guardian Ninja Shinobi," said Konohamaru. "Are you Konohamaru Saratobi?" asked Azuma. "Yeah, I haven't heard that name in a long time, my last name at least," said Konohamaru. "Okay, well, Dry and Tsunade told us if you ever returned, you had to head straight to the Hokage Tower, so go do that now," said Kotetsu. Konohamaru held Tatsuma's hand, and they walked through the village. After passing so many places and memories from his past, when he thought he would be weak at his age, they arrived just outside of the Hokage's tower. They walked in. Konohamaru walked in the room and saw Shikamaru, Uno, Choji, Sasuke, Sakura, Hinata, Kiba, Shino, Asuma, Kurenai, who had a little girl with her, and Kakashi. Sorry, but I got a question. Is Tsunade still Hokage, and where can I find the pervy sage? I mean, Lord Jiraiya. Asked Konohamaru. Yes, I am still Hokage, and my husband is, well, with Danzo. And what do you mean, pervy sage? I've only heard one person call him that name, said Tsunade. Okay, don't worry about it. Me and pervy sage will talk later. He knows who I am, I know who he is. We'll be back soon. Tatsuma, your mom is busy. So let's go. Find your father. That's what Konohamaru wanted to say, but he didn't. Okay, see you guys later, said Konohamaru. After 10 minutes, Konohamaru found Jiraiya and Danzo standing at each other out front of their army quarters, facing each other with blood loss. All this stuff is boring Konohamaru, who is still tired. I'm gonna go to sleep soon, thought Konohamaru. Jiraiya, it's been a long time. So, you wanna come see Tatsuma? Or Tatsuma, you gonna go see your father? Said Konohamaru. Jiraiya walked over towards Konohamaru. Who's this boy? What's his name? Asked Jiraiya. He is Tatsuma. Can I kill Danzo really badly? He's pissing me off and I'm trying to go to sleep, said Konohamaru. 5 clones jumped Danzo before Jiraiya could react. Each clone attacked and killed Danzo, but he was walked back. While this was happening, Konohamaru was standing up and meditating because he wants to kill him quickly. He jumped in the stage mode. After 5 minutes, Danzo walked over towards Konohamaru and the group. Konohamaru has jumped back, held a and stood up and held a mud release Rasen shuriken and threw it at Danzo, and it finally killed Danzo, leaving him dead on the ground. Also, yeah, he has wind, fire, and mud release. Well, Konohamaru does in this, and he might have lightning, but I don't know yet. Konohamaru stood up and dead on. Itachi and Sasuke appeared near them, using Shin, or whatever it is, Shin's, body figure, whatever. Itachi because he knew the signature, and Sasuke because he was training with his brother, but it was stopped, so he was pretty pissed. Yes, Sasuke and Itachi have developed a blood-loving relationship, but it wasn't really Sasuke. He was in the office before. Yep, that's a clone. Konohamaru, long time no see, laughed Itachi. Yeah, it has been. What's up, Itachi, said Konohamaru. Konohamaru and Itachi hugged each other and handshake. Why don't you hug me and have formal stuff like that? Asked Sasuke. Because, Brad, we've never fought along each other near death and, been enemies. Personally, where we both could have died straight up just because of how strong we are, said Itachi. Fucking Danzo has some Mangekyo Sharingan in his arm, and an eye. You might get the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan if you implant him, you know? Has your brother got the Mangekyo yet? Asked Konohamaru. Yes, he does. Well, I might take the Sharingans from Danzo and have Tsunade plant them in my eyes for the eternal, laughed Itachi. Itachi picked up Danzo and put him in Sasuke's hands. We're off towards the hospital. Now, said Itachi. And Sasuke followed Itachi towards the hospital with Danzo in his hands. We jump to Naruto, who's training with Toika. Come on, you have to be better, so much better. Come on, you can be better, can't you? Shouted Naruto. Why do I? Shizuka has you here to protect her now. Why do I have to do all this hard work? Stated Toika. Fine, you want me to refresh your memory? So listen up, said Naruto. Okay, now like I said, I'll be telling you what happened with the other villages in the past 5 years. Now is the time I'll get to it. Okay. Well, now this is me. Yeah, you know, have to go over. First thing we have to get is Karin and Sugetsu. They were survived after Sasuke trying to kill them. How? Well, Zetsu was watching like he would Akatsuki fight, but because he knew who they were, and they were Akatsuki for like a little bit. He then told Tobi, who had Kabuto, heal them but they're almost dead. He just got them in time. Karin and Kabuto, during the 5-year time skip, well, Karin got access from Kabuto of all of Orochimaru's test subjects, all of his people from the Sound Village and whatnot that was left. So Sound Village is destroyed. She gave them her blood and gave them their Uzumaki last name and made them part of her clan. Wait, where is up to? She also found and reunited all of the last Uzumakis that is in Naruto, which is about 10. But they're not important because everyone's Uzumaki in her new village. Last name. She also found they rebuilt the Ushai Ogakuri, and it is known as the Hidden Whirlpool Village, that was destroyed. Karin is the Kage. Now for Sugetsu. He joined up with Ao, the guy, you know who, I'll get his name down. They overthrew Mei, making Ao the 6th Mizukage. That Zetsu form an army 10 times bigger than the army in Kirigakuri. It only took them a day. Ao and Sugetsu rebuilt the 7 Swordsmen of the Mist. He had Chojuro killed and assassinated. The new Jinchuriki of the Three Towers Yukimaru, the guy with the kid with Goran. Also, Sugetsu's new swordsmen are all females. Yes, guess what? Sugetsu's found himself a little harem. Sugetsu and Yukimari are Ao's bodyguards. The Hidden Mist Village, the Hidden Whirlpool Village, and also the Hidden Stone Village made and signed a treaty. They have combined the bingo books, with Naruto as the highest in the book, with Naruto having 15 billion Ryo as his target on his head. Also, the 3 combined villages have taken every Jinchuriki except Yugito, B, Gaara, and Naruto. The Jinchuriki have had their memories all wiped and were given new ones that made them think they either survived the Hidden Stone, served the Hidden Stone, or Mist Village. The Hidden Mist has the 3 and 6 towers, the Stone has the 4 and 5, and Whirlpool has 7. These villages train their men together in a area. It's in the middle of them all. Akatsuki / Orochimaru hideout area. And they are planning something. Also, Onoiki was killed by an assassin. Well, one of the Hidden Mists type of person that they put out they put one of their men in charge, who is now the 5th Tsuchikage. They call her Kurotsu, the granddaughter of Onoiki. Yes, the one and only. She was controlled by Tobi, and she had her mind erased after doing it to make her think she wanted to. And she also made it so she joins Sugetsu's harem. Also, her mind was erased to work alongside the Elite Alliance. That's what the 3 villages now call themselves. Now let us get back. I figured it was time to tell you about all the other villages, like I said, what they've been going through, what they're doing. So, the Hidden Mist village has been taken over, and old things replaced with new, and it's gone. All of them have had major upgrades, twice as big as what they were, and twice as strong as what they were in canon. Now remember, we might have the 4th grade ninja war, because now we're back as Naruto, because of some of the minor villages are also joining to the minor ones. Also, if it does commence, I have to join either the Hidden Cloud or Hidden Sand Village, which I will do with honor. And if it does commence, I have to go, said Naruto. Oh well then, come on, get me to tip-top shape, said Toriko. Also, can you guys give me some ideas for Naruto's kids? Yes, as, like I said, Scooby the Ed Ranger, sorry for getting your name wrong. Yeah, didn't see you gave me ideas when I was writing this part. But also, yeah, thanks for the ideas at least. And I've chosen already. Now we jump to Sugetsu. Lord Ao, where am I needed? What do I need to be doing? Sugetsu. It is time for you to wed someone. So go make your decision, said Ao. Sugetsu left and headed towards his quarter. After 5 minutes, he entered to see all 7 of the swords laying down in the room. Well, along the girls' bed tables and whatnot. Are you all back yet? Asked Sugetsu. He got no answer, so he sat at his table. He turned to see his 2 king-size beds next to each other for him and his 6 friends. When in night, he sits and remembers. Him and his 6 friends lay. He sits in the middle with 3 girls on each arm. The life of a man worth my title and strength. But who to marry? Maybe all of them, thought Sugetsu. Amai and Fumai walked in. Where is Akari, Akane, Akai, and Akanai? Asked Sugetsu. Well, they're at the hot spring. When we knew and overheard what Ao told you about marriage, we thought we might help you with it, said Emma. Sugetsu looked over Emma, a yellow-haired Kenichi with big lips and also a scar over her left eye. Her pink eyes sparkled like jewels at him. Her breasts were about 80 centimeters. Her ass was nice. He looked over at Fumai, the purple-haired Kenichi with regular breasts and a regular ass. Plus her lips were juicy and she had no scars. So they both got their perks. Stop looking at us like that. Just stop undressing us with your eyes. Amari. Let's tag team him, laughed Emma. The 2 Konoichi dropped their clothing and stood naked and jumped on Sugetsu. Man, am I the luckiest man alive, thought Sugetsu. We jumped to Dry, who is sitting at his house dining table. Next to him was Tsunade on his left, and on his right was Tatsuma. And next to Tsunade was Ichika. Opposite them was Kujo, Hina, Kyoto, and Uma. So children, guess who he was and has been reunited with us, said Dra. Tatsuma cheered all of his and Tsunade's kids. Well, I guess you all know me, said Tatsuma. Yes, of course we do. You are the quadruplet from us that has been gone for a long time, laughed Ichika. Well, you're not as hot or cool as any other boy in our age in the village, but well, you are my brother, so you can't be, smiled Uma. If you're down for it, we can pervert ladies later, said Kyoto. I don't have time for that, and I don't have fun. All I do is train, but not time to perv and do dumb shit and be dumb like you, spat Tatsuma. Shit, they have the personalities that they did when they were born. Of course they do, thought Dryer. Hey, boy, don't talk to your siblings like that, said Dryer. You're not my father, you can't tell me what to do. You didn't raise me, spat Tatsuma. Itachi busted through the door. Sorry, Lord Tsunade and Lord Dryer, but A and Gaara have arrived here. It's about you-know-what, said Itachi. Okay, come on, kids, let's go, said Tsunade. They walked out of the room and headed towards the Hokage office. This is where we're going to end it. As you can see, I got some big plans for Tatsuma and all the others. And that is where we end. Don't forget to like this part. Subscribe if you aren't, because I know there's a lot of you watching and not subscribing, but I don't really care. And also comment how I'm going. And now I'm going to try get this done and then post it. Peace.